I'm Emily Hiller. This is my second year here at USG, and I am a comm student.
Okay. Are you able to tell me about yourself? Like, how would you describe yourself as a student or just as a person?
Ooh, describing myself as a person. I would say that I'm creative. I would say that I'm a very loud person, I feel like. Just in either expressing myself or in general, I think I have a loud voice.
Okay, so then are you able to tell us about what drew you to USG initially?
Yes, it's funny because I actually had this conversation with my mom about 2 days ago. So I applied to only 3 colleges after I was planning on transferring from Montgomery College, and that was Towson, College Park campus of UMD, and UMD Shady Grove campus. I was leaning towards College Park for a majority of the time, but then the more that I thought about it, the more ways that Shady Grove aligned with my views, like Montgomery College, because the classes are smaller. You can go up to the professor and ask them questions instead of being in a really big lecture hall where you feel like intimidated almost by the size of the classroom, so you can't go up to the professor. And everybody would be a transfer student just like me, that all of the people wouldn't have already had like their friend groups, or they might already have their friend groups, but didn't start there from the beginning, if that makes sense. So that's one of the reasons that I chose USG.
Oh, okay. Would you say after having made that decision, your perception of USG changed over time once you did arrive?
Ooh, yes. I grew to love the campus and the buildings, and even though it's a smaller campus, I think that's better because I don't have to walk 25 minutes to get to my building from either where I'm living or commuting a really long time. That's really nice. And just the area, there's a bunch of food places to go around the area, and that's kind of nice. But on campus, you get to know the teachers really well. That's something that I don't think I anticipated when I came here, is that you're going to pretty much have every single communications teacher at one point or another, and it's really hard to not have one of the teachers, because usually all the teachers have certain requirements, so you get to know each of the teachers individually, and then have them again, and then they know who you are.
Yeah, a little bit more personal. Okay. So then would you say, is there a particular highlight of your time here, like a specific class or a project that you really liked, or maybe just meeting a professor or classmates? Is there something that you're this is what I really enjoyed?
Ooh, I feel like I could break that down in so many categories. I think the first one that I would say is the people that I've met. I've met some really great people here. I've met some really good professors. Some of them that I've taken all of their classes, like Professor Zia. I'm taking her AI class this year, and it's a new class, but if not for that class, I would have taken all of her classes and I would not have any more classes to take with her. So the professors that I've met, it's really cool to have met them, as well as some of the opportunities that I have, as you were asking, with projects. I mentioned recently how one of the projects it was for a cultural class by Professor Williams. It was a group project, and we went to the Native American Museum in DC. We went there, not as a class, but in just the group project. And that was really cool that we had that opportunity to go visit a cultural space and write about that. So that's one of the projects that I remember, because we were just given the opportunity to go somewhere, and I got to plan it with other classmates. So that was fun.
And then tell me about your academic experience, your academic journey. Did you take breaks from school? Did you return after a few years at any point? Have you always majored in communication?
I'll answer the second question first. So I've always been a comm major. That's another reason that I feel like my college journey has been a little bit different than, say, people that have gone to a 4-year school. I feel like there are different reasons that people go to community college first. I ended high school with no idea what I wanted to do. People had asked me since I was like a freshman in high school, oh, what do you want to do and where do you want to go to college? And that question always freaked me out because I didn't know what to do. And I was like, there's so many colleges. How am I supposed to pick just one that I want to do for 4 entire years? Like, how am I making the right decision? So by the end of high school, I was like, you know what? It will be cheaper and closer, and I can figure my life out a little bit more at my pace if I go to community college, because it was about 12 minutes from my house. And so I started doing communications because I just really like working with people. That's always kind of just been my thing, just talking to people and trying to understand them and the world better. So I thought that communications would be a great place to start. And if I felt like there was something that either narrowing it down or choosing something entirely, I felt like I would figure it out at Montgomery College. But as time went on, it was really the professors that made communications, like I felt like I was at the right place. Because it was the way that they talked. It was the way that they told like their life stories and how much communication had helped them as a person in their work field as well as their personal lives. I had a professor named Dr. Lane, and she was the reason that I think a couple people even like became comm majors.
Oh, like they changed their major?
They changed their majors because of her. So that was a great experience. So I've always wanted to be a comm major. And so then I got my associates at Montgomery College. And I mean, I already told you roughly like the choices that I had for that. And then when I got here, I was already set with communications. And so it's been great since, because the professors are also great here too.
Did you take any breaks from school?
No.
Do you wish you had?
No, because I think there are people, actually I'll state this first. I admire people that take gaps from school and then decide they want to come back. Because I've heard a lot of stories of people who say, oh, I'll take a gap year, and then they never return to school. I think though that sometimes when they do take a gap year, they find a better career, they find a better like choice of what works better for them. So sometimes it works out that when you take a gap, you just find more opportunities. But there are people that are like, I need to take a gap for different reasons, and then they come back. But I think coming back to school can be very hard because, I mean, schoolwork and homework on top of like life, and also if you're working another job, like a lot of people here are, it can be it can be difficult and a lot of things to juggle. So I knew that if I took a gap year, even though I was trying to still figure stuff out, I wouldn't even know what to do regardless. Like I didn't have any like jobs lined up. So I felt like if I just kept pursuing school and just figuring out on the way, it would work out, and I feel like it has. But I felt like, me personally, that if I took a gap that I wouldn't want to come back. So, but shout out to all of the people that did take gaps or went on to get careers and then come back to school because they wanted to pursue something else. I think that's really cool.
Speaking of which, I know we talked about a gap year. Do you have any plans for after graduation? Like, do you have, like, I know you said you're figuring it out. Have you figured out a plan of like what you're gonna do after you graduate? Or is that still like you're figuring it out? Which is fine.
The plan is, I don't have anything secured yet, that I'm going to either work this summer where I did last summer. I worked in a Montessori school, or I will look for an internship, and hopefully that experience will hopefully give more of an idea of if I want to stay in that communication field, or maybe something will progress with the people that I'm working with. But I know a lot of people are looking to get their master's after USG, but my plan was always get my associates, get my bachelor's, done with college. But it can be very hard in the work industry if you don't have a master's to get a job. But I don't even know what I would get my master's in, so I don't even have a strong inclination on what I would do with the master's. So it would be one, extra money, or it would be more money that I need to pay to another college or other classes. And then on top of that, like, I don't know. It's just more schooling.
Process too.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be one of those people, but I'm hoping to either get an internship or a job in the field. So yeah, in this job market.
Yeah. So what would you say, if you're looking for an internship after graduation, what would you say your focus is in the program right now? Like, would you want to get an internship in something that you is your niche right now? Or did you want to go into an internship that just falls under the communications umbrella? And then
So when I started taking communication classes, PR scared me. Public relations scared me because I was like, this is when you're taking a stance or you're painting yourself in an image where it's like things go wrong, and then you have to step up and be like, hey guys, this is my statement to make on this company's behalf, and you're putting yourself out there, or you're doing certain things to make your company look good, or presenting them with a certain image. And I was like, that sounds like a lot of work. But as time has gone on, and also with taking Professor Leach's like crisis communication class, I realized that like marketing or PR is something that I would actually really like to go into, because I can see it as a challenge, and I feel like I could see or wanting to challenge myself in the communication field. I mean, it might not always be a challenge, but that's something that I would be interested in doing. But I don't mind starting off small and doing small things in the communication field and then growing, because I think that's another thing about PR. Like when we had the speaker that came recently, he was saying how when he got to a certain point in a company and he couldn't go up anymore, he would just find more opportunities. And I feel like that's kind of how it is in the comm.
You're able to move around too.
Yeah, that you move around a lot. And I honestly don't mind that. I know that it used to be you work at the same company from when you're like 18 until you ultimately retire, but I don't mind the idea of being like from company to company. Not that I'm trying to burn bridges or anything, but finding new opportunities to grow in the communication field.
Yeah, like a natural progression.
Exactly.
And then, so what would you say you're most proud of at your time here at USG? Like, what makes you like, I'm happy that happened. I'm proud of myself for that.
Honestly, I think one of the things that I was most proud about was being part, even though it was for a very short time, being part of the diversities at USG, because I felt like I was finally something that was bigger and that was going to, help and spread more around campus than just, in the communications department. But also being part of doing things with UCA, I feel like that has also been something that I really enjoyed. All the game nights, all of the workshops. Ooh, that's another thing. All of the workshops that I've been a part of, where I'm learning things from either people that have been here before or from people who have just been invited by teachers or you guys. I feel like all of the guest speakers, people that have come from outside of the college to here, I feel like I've learned so much through listening to other people's voices. So that's... And
now we're listening to your voice.
Yeah, and now we're listening to my voice on this recording. but I guess it makes me feel like I'm a part of something bigger by listening to other people's voices in the same field that have done so much with their lives and their platforms. I think that's really cool.
What would your hardest lesson that you had to learn be?
I think there's two routes that I'll take with what the hardest thing is. I would say one, there are a lot of group projects here at USG, and I love group projects, but you work with a lot of different people in the group projects, that every group project you're in, you have to adapt and understand the dynamic of how the other people are working, like their minds and how they're thinking about the project. Because I've met people who are like, we have to submit this sometime before the deadline. And then there are some people that are like, we will get this done when we get this done. And so just adapting your mindset, but also taking a stance for when you feel like not a lot of work is being done. So that's one thing with the group projects, I would say, is adapting when you're working with other people. But personally for myself, is keeping in mind all of the assignments that you have in different classes.
That the deadlines and like keeping track of everything being like the hardest lesson for you. Is that something that you think has shaped you as a student and how you function?
I mean, in school in general, I feel like the deadlines for me, it really fluctuates, I think, on the class. Because there have been times where I'm like, oh, this assignment's easy, boom, submitted that day. And then there have been other times where I'm like, okay, this is gonna take me longer than I thought. There are definitely times I could pace myself better, but yeah, deadlines have definitely shaped me as a person. Maybe it made me a little bit more anxious, especially if I forget if an assignment is due like soonish.
Yeah, well, thank you for your answers.
Thank you.
Did you want to say did you have like a message or anything like that?
All right, for those who are interested in USG, I say do it. I say do it, especially if you're a transfer student that really enjoyed your time at Montgomery College and you're looking for something similar. USG is what you're looking for, because the people that you meet are in the same boat as you. They're transferring, they're looking at jobs, they're looking at careers. They're probably thinking about the same things that you are. And when you're in whatever major you're in, you have a very tight-knit community because the comm department here, everybody knows everybody. And so if you're looking for more of a personal college experience, I would say USG is for you. And for those who are at USG, you got this.
Just keep being you.
Just keep being you. You know, if there is someone in the comm department you don't know that well, say hi. Everyone's pretty friendly here. You guys are great. Shout out to all my USG people. Shout out to everyone in the comm department. Shout out to the people in this room. Jake, Isabella. Yay. And that's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.